Good evening. It is February 24th, 2021, and this is what we are looking at for the day. So it looked like it was going to be a range day to start. We had this big two legs up, big one leg, and then you get a small another leg up overnight, and then around I don't know what time this is between 3:24 and 5:41 that we had these two legs down, one, two. Then before the open, prices broke into this range, and you had a lot of good opportunities to trade this range. Um, so you should have been done very early today. You had this opportunity, this opportunity. There was an opportunity before 6 o'clock. But then if you stuck around, you had opportunities to swing trade in this. So let's take a look at what we had. Well, let's take a look at what simulated trades I took. So we had this move down, and I drew this off these highs, this channel. So I did take this second entry short. This is risky because it's a bit away from the EMA, but also a ways away from the trend line. However, after this sharp move down, and we're not yet at these lows, second entry, and it's a low risk bar. So I did like that. Then prices became a little congested. This filled really quickly, but it became congestion, and then it's just, I don't know, it's questionable. However, prices were respecting the EMA, and you get a first entry, failed second entry short. It also looks like a trap because people are going long above this, maybe like to go back into the range. So yeah, you get that. That's a nice move. And then I think looks like I entered here too. Not sure. Oh, okay, I entered on this bar. Oh, okay. So I entered on this bar, it looks like, as first entry, second entry, first entry, second entry short maybe. Got filled. And then I think after this bar formed, I realized, I was like, this is definitely going lower. So I went short on a limit order here and hit all three targets. So that's what happened here. And then these other trades, they worked out, but I just didn't like. Okay, so this was a good, I like this entry on this bar. It looks like a lower high, and my congestion was actually drawn lower here, a little lower at this point. I do like this. It's like a second entry short as well. First entry, second entry. It hit one target and then it came back and stopped me out. This, I went short here. This is a second entry short, and you see a trend channel down, but it's looking like it might go back into this range. So I think I hit one target. It stopped me out. And then here I entered, but I was just like, man, I'm taking too many trades, so I got out. But it looks like maybe it's a failed second entry short. And I don't think I took anything else. So let's get back out. Let's turn this off. And we already talked about these two. So prices were forming a range. I had the range high drawn off these highs for a while. And I should have raised it here, but I didn't. And that's why I like this trade so much, because that was where my highs were pretty much. Well, let's look at this trade. So I did have this low already drawn. So this, some people might have gone long here, but I don't like the matching lows. Um, and then we get this move up, prices bounce off the midline, come back down, and you get this higher low. And I really like that, especially because uh, there's room back to the midline. But like I said, my highs were drawn like up here. So I do like that. It's looks like, yeah, it's a first entry, failed second entry short. Um, okay, so prices bounce off the midline again. You don't really get a good signal bar here. This is just, I don't really like, I've been having trouble with these signal bars that going long when they close out red and going short when they close out green. So I'm just going to wait until I'm a little more advanced to be taking them. But right here we get this lower high, and it also looks like kind of like textbook price action. Like you get this close, one leg down, leg up. I don't know, lower high as well. Just looks like a really good trade, uh, especially on a range day. Trap longs. We get this first entry, second entry, right at the bottom. That looks like it's testing that level a lot too. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a double test of that level. I really like that. Not sure why I marked it aggressive. Maybe just because prices trended down overnight. We don't really know if, but I guess at this point, these are the overnight lows, this yellow line. So it hasn't made it to those overnight lows multiple times. So I would actually probably mark that as blue. And then here we get a second entry short that I already discussed. I like that because my highs of this range were drawn a little lower at that point. So that was like going right back into congestion. So yeah, we get this channel down, and this looks like a trap and like a breakout pullback. So that's why I marked that, but I marked it as aggressive because we don't know if it's going back in, but that does look like it's off of that trend line. And then we do get this, which I drew off these lows. This is a second entry short breakout pullback. So it has two things going for it. The second entry, two short breakout pullback. So when it has two things going for it like that, and it's off the EMA, I really like that. And then you get another second entry short, but you have a doji right before it. That's why it's aggressive. And then prices bounce. You get a leg up, bounces off the midline. You get a trap here. That's aggressive, but it looks like it's going to go back into that channel. It does not go back into the channel, but it does get you a scalp. And this is where this range just doesn't hold prices anymore. We get a breakout. You get a second entry off this is a breakout pullback, and it's a second entry long, and it's off the EMA. So it has a few things going for it, and that's why I marked it as blue. It's a counter trend break out of this congestive area. So yeah, I like that a lot. Prices come up here, breakout. You might go short here on this lower high. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it's aggressive because it's counter trend, or it's yeah, that'd be a going counter trend. Get another breakout, but this isn't a great signal bar. It's a third entry long, but you get this higher low. This is aggressive because it's going right in the midline, and it's just yeah, it's just too big of a bar, too big of a signal bar for me. Here it's just coming off this. I don't think I would even take that. That looks too aggressive for me. That's going right into the midline. It's not even a higher low. You maybe you would look at it as a higher low off these like that, maybe. But I'm taking that away. Get a leg up, spike and channel inside this bigger channel. But you didn't really have. I suspected this channel was forming this larger blue channel, but I had it drawn steeper. But I mean, I don't know why I would have had it drawn much steeper than this. That's clearly off those lows. But anyway, we get a spike and channel in here. And maybe at this point, you would probably know. I thought I had this marked. Oh, on the simulator, I took this right here. It's second entry long. At this point, I think you would probably know that. Oh, and it's a failed second entry short too. So you might actually mark this as blue. It's just it's in congestion, but it's a second entry long and failed second entry short. And I really like when you have multiple things. And it's off the channel line. It looks like some shorts are getting trapped here. It's off the EMA. So when you have all those things stacking up in your favor, I like that. And I took it on the simulator, but I stopped myself out when I had like a tick or two, just because I was trying to be conservative and not over trade, catch myself over trading. But at this point, you get the spike, small corrections. This looks like a strong upward trend, and that's exactly what it was. You don't get many chances to enter. We get this overshoot. Get a double test up here, and if you're being really aggressive, you can go short right there. But it just looked like a strong upward trend, so I'm not going to go there. And then when it comes back to this level, and this ticks higher, like I said, this is counter trend. That's why I'm marking it as aggressive. But when this ticks higher, go short beneath that. It's a trap. It's a trap. Trap. And it's like a quadruple test. But if you're just patient, first entry, second entry long, it's off the overnight highs, which is this yellow area. It's going into this channel that has formed, so you might be a little scared to take that. And here we get this another trap, and I actually marked this as blue, even though it's counter trend, because at this point we know that this is a range. Would you have gotten filled? Let's see. So your entry's 90125. Yeah, you would have gotten filled. So that's a trap right here. I should definitely mark this as aggressive though, because it looks like this channel is still in play. Yeah, so let's go ahead and mark that. It's aggressive. A lot of good price action these past couple days. Yeah, that's a trap, but it's counter trend, so you gotta be careful. And I didn't see any good entries. I mean, maybe you would take this as like a quintuple test of this level down here and gone long above this, maybe. Maybe just taking the higher low on a good signal bar like this, because we know that this is a good upward trend. However, we did have this overshoot and a break. One leg up. You could probably say this is one leg up, two legs up to a new high. And then we get this correction. One leg down, two legs down. And that is right into our channel. So if you had this drawn, this is a second entry, long, and a trap on the trend line. If you had that trend line drawn, absolutely take that off these lows. That's a perfect setup. It looks like we have two measured legs down. Okay, it went a little further. Just a few ticks further. That's like a perfect trap setup right there. Don't know where I'm at now. Okay, here we are. Is this? Yes, today. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, right there. And here we get a first entry, failed second entry short. Oh, you know what? It's also like a second entry long. I'll show you how, because you get this high, first entry, then it breaks lower and comes back up. Beautiful signal bar. There's trapped shorts here. You see this channel? See how far down it goes? And it's near the EMA. That's why I like that. There's people going short here. They get trapped. And then you don't get another, there's no trap here. However, people, I mean, it doesn't tick lower. It probably is a trap, but it doesn't tick lower on this bar, so you can't enter there. And then we get some congestion up here. And yeah, you might go short here on a nice signal bar, bearish signal bar. No longs here. Get a nice move down. And I think that takes us into 12 o'clock. I didn't see anything I like here. Maybe a higher low here. Take that. Because, you know, this is clearly congestion. Make this low. And you would have this drawn off the lows too. So, I mean, you might go long above here. But once this bar forms, actually, yeah, I'd probably go long above that. But this is even congestion. This is micro, like a micro range right here. So then that probably should prevent you from entering in there. But anyways, a lot of good trades today, a lot of good opportunities. So hopefully some of you were trading with your real money. I know I was not, but I would have made a lot of money today. So really easy to find trades today. Hope you had a good day.